I've never really felt overwhelmed when it comes to studying languages, and the reason for that is that my daily goals are not super big, but they are also not so small that I end up getting bored. And so, if you know who I am, I'm Ivan. I have been studying English for 4 years, Japanese for 2 years, and as a calisthenics athlete, I help people who struggle with studying for more than 4 to 5 hours on a daily basis when it comes to studying languages. So, the first point that I'm going to be talking about is I know that it seems that I'm contradicting myself, but please do this. You need to have one big goal. So that big goal it is not only just studying a language, make sure that you study a language by some type of deadline. So this is really important because it will put some pressure on you, and I think that some kind of pressure is always good, right? Because whenever you know for a fact that whenever you were at a school, whenever you were at college, whenever you were wherever these type of scenarios, maybe even at work, and you had the deadline, you were able to actually do it, right? No matter what the thing was, you were able to do it. And so a deadline is really important. So this deadline can be an exam. This deadline can be something that I don't know, a contract that you make with a friend. And if you don't complete that deadline, basically you pay that friend $200, right? And of course, if you don't have those $200, then it basically will kind of like hurt to do that thing, right? So deadlines are really important when it comes to studying languages, being productive. Don't, I mean, you will feel kind of overwhelmed, but like don't make it so that you basically end up getting bored out. No, make a deadline. Maybe you pay like $50, but like you don't want to pay $50 to that fucking asshole, right? So yeah, that's basically what I mean. The last point I'm going to be talking about is make sure you have some type of routine in which you plan what you will do tomorrow. So when it comes to your daily goals, right? You need to basically have them planned. And how do you have them planned? Well, you have to basically prepare them. How do you prepare them? Well, that's actually kind of easy. Well, 1 hour before you go to sleep, you're going to prepare every task that you're going to do. So there's two levels to this. You can do the specific level, or you can do the not specific level, which is of course the not advanced one. So in the not specific level, what you do is, okay, at 6 a.m. I'm going to study this, and at 8 a.m. I'm going to study this, right? You don't say anything else. But, right, but in the level 2, you're going to say, okay, at 6 a.m. I'm going to study languages, and I'm going to read, I'm going to read this amount of characters, I'm going to read this amount of letters, right? You see also at what hour you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, so you basically don't waste your time thinking about those small decisions. I'm going to tell you something. The less decisions you have in your day, the more productive you will be. And so the more decisions you can remove from your day, the more productive you will be. The more productive you are, the more results you get. And so you make this routine with those daily goals, right? I'm going to complete those 2 hours of reading. I'm going to complete those 2 hours of listening, because you want to basically remove the amount of decisions that you have to make that day, so you basically are more productive. And you will say, okay, but like you have to live like a fucking robot if you're doing this. No. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah. You have to live like a fucking robot. But like, are you happy the way you are right now? You probably are not. You're not getting progress, you're procrastinating, are no everything, right? But like when you live like a robot, first you don't procrastinate. Second, you enjoy more the task that you're doing, because literally there's nothing that else that you're doing. You just do that thing and that's it, right? And because you're doing that thing and that's it, then of course I'm going to make sure that I freaking enjoy the thing that I'm doing, right? And so that's how you get progress. That's how you don't feel overwhelmed. That's how you set small goals. So 1 hour before going to sleep, you set those goals. Bye, subscribe, leave a like, all of those things.